Well, let's get going, shall we? Game help is available for this game. Yeah, I can't believe it's been, what, 5 years now? Since Death Stranding 1? I only ever played it the one time and never did the director's cut or whatever. I did not pay the extra $10 to play this 2 days early. It's time for Funky Fetus Part 2. Custom Hologram Quokka? Skeleton Baka Skeleton? I guess because I pre-ordered. I didn't buy the special, super special edition. I think I did that for Death Stranding 1, and although I enjoyed it, I wasn't quite ready to pony up $80 for Kojima. Alright,
Perhaps you remember me. That's right. It's Dead Man. The world, as you know, is in awful shape.
I did a bit of a recap of the first game. But let's watch what let's see what important information they think we should know.
The dead started to find their way into our midst, crossing over from the other side. We call these entities BTs, Beached Things. When they came into contact with the living, the result was instant annihilation.
They were,
Void out,
dark
leaving
matter,
nothing but
apparently.
a massive crater in its wake. But that was only the beginning. Strange rain fell from the sky, rapidly aging everything it touched. A phenomenon we came to know as timefall. Structures would rust.
All this stuff I remember.
and people grew old.
I remember the world
The world
building that they
transformed
did.
into something completely unrecognizable.
It was the specifics of the story that became a bit muddled as time went on.
They withdrew into the remaining cities, which in turn closed their doors to outsiders. People ceased to travel and stopped meeting in person. They grew distant from one another and became further isolated. The social, cultural, and political bonds between humans began to crumble.
At least in the United States.
The
Doesn't matter
Death
what's happening
Stranding
everywhere
was
else.
hastening humanity's extinction. Seeing this, Bridget Strand, the last president of the United States of America, founded Bridges, an organization committed to making America whole again and providing a future for all humankind. However,
I appreciate they gave us.
Bridget
They
died
tell us how
before
many
she could
slides there
realize
actually
her
are.
vision. It was you, Sam, who took up her cause and resolved to see it through. Sam, the humble porter, who also possessed the unique powers of a repatriate, the one and only person who could save humanity. So with Bridges' Cupid in hand, and accompanied by the Bridge baby Lube, you embarked on a journey across North America. Of course, you had struggles of your own.
I think I gave up on doing every
Claustrophobic,
single side
with the
quest
fear of
about
being touched. The despair
12
of having
hours
lost
in.
Everything was just too much. But despite it all, you strive to bring people together. By extending the chiral network across the length and breadth of the continent, you would enable the rebirth of the United States as the United Cities of America. You were also to rescue Bridget's daughter, Amelie, who had been taken captive by terrorists. These were the vital missions you were entrusted with, Sam.
I remember.
We, your friends at Bridges, did everything we
Yep,
could to
Mr.
support
Die
your
Hardman.
efforts. There was our director, Di Hardman, a close associate of Bridget, who was dedicated to fulfilling her final wishes. His commitment to American Reconstructionism was absolute, and for that he was
No,
named
it's all
the
literal.
first
There's
president
nothing
of the
symbolic about
UCS.
this. Kojima is a very literal
And of course,
person.
Sam, the incomparable Dead Man, yours truly. I'd like to think we became the best of friends. As you may recall, I was born from an artificial womb, and over the course of my life, was the recipient of numerous organ transplants. I've always got on with the dead. I used to be a coroner.
I can barely read
Anyway,
that text.
I pushed myself physically and mentally to help you and your BB, Lou. Mama and Lochna were twin sisters, as you may remember. Skilled scientists who developed the Cupid, which
Was it
essential
Lochna
for
who
chiral
died, or was it
network
Mama who
expansion.
died?
A personal tragedy caused the two of them to grow apart, but they've since reconciled.
I remember having to carry a
Both
body
their
over a
souls
mountain.
residing in the same body. Hartman. Every 21 minutes his soul departs his physical form, and for 3 minutes his body is clinically dead. During this temporary death, his soul is sent to the beach. That's why he knows more about the beach and the Death Stranding than anyone
The beach is
else.
basically
His knowledge
purgatory?
proved indispensable in the execution of your mission, Sam. Fragile. Leader of the private delivery outfit, Fragile Express. Exposure to timefall caused her entire body from the neck down to age significantly. It was the mark of a terrible betrayal. Higgs, a former comrade, used timefall as an instrument of torture, you see. To no surprise, Fragile was hell-bent on getting revenge. But after meeting you, Sam,
Higgs.
she had a change of
What's his
heart.
name? I mean, he's also in this game. I'm trying to remember his.
Nothing to see you succeed. But ultimately, crossing the
What is the
continent was
actor's
something
name?
You had to do on your own, with only Lou for company, and with
Troy
no end
Baker.
to the forces
Thank you.
that stood in opposition. Deadly BTs, unforgiving terrain, and unpredictable weather.
Yeah, he's the guy who
Terrorists.
nuked 2 of the
This goes
cities.
Without a doubt.
Oh, there he is.
Your greatest enemy was Higgs.
And then we
Convinced
fist
that
fight him
humanity
in
deserved to
the
go
beach.
extinct, he kidnapped Amelie and tried to torment you and countless others. But neither he nor anything else could stop you from achieving your goal.
Huh.
The chiral network
They don't
was
mention
finally completed. The bridge to the future was built.
the
But
undead
he
soldier
was
at
not
all.
yet over. You had to learn the real nature of the Death Stranding. A secret that Amelie had kept hidden from us all this time. And a terrible truth you had to face. But you accepted this final revelation, Sam, and did what had to be done. America rose from the ashes as the UC.
Yeah, they don't mention Mads Mikkelsen
And
at
as
all.
the people celebrated your accomplishments, you carried out one final mission in secret. To save your BB. To save Lou. You removed the child from the pod that was their prison and began a new life together. And so it was that the two of you vanished without so much as a trace.
So there are things I remember. There are things that I read up on. Just to try and get a personal refresher. They don't cover here. So that's everything they want you to know, or that will be relevant for this game. Story, casual, normal, brutal. Birthday. This is a blocked scene. It said that a person's birthday will indicate their path in life. Research has shown that it can determine a person's experience or of dooms. See what the future has in store. Well, dooms can afflict almost anyone, those born under constellations of a greater connection to the beach. Cancer, Pisces, Cestus, Delphinius are said to be more susceptible to developing their condition. It is believed that such individuals are fated to walk a path fraught with disquiet and turmoil. Well, I'm a Sagittarius, so Once, there was an explosion. A bang that echoed around the world. Phenomenon known as the Death Stranding. Beached things, lost spirits of the dead, found the way to our midst. When they came into contact with the living, the result was an instant annihilation, a void out. Since most could neither see nor sense BTs, people lived in fear of them, withdrawing from the outside world. Cities became isolated, and humanity crept towards extinction. To unite what was left of America, a porter named Sam forged a bond with a bridge baby called Lou, who possessed a special connection to the other side. Together they journeyed west across the continent, reconnecting the people through the chiral network. But on the day that the United States of America celebrated its nation's rebirth, Sam and Lou vanished without a trace. Though UCA officials attempted to track them down, the pair's whereabouts remain unknown.
Me?
I expect... Oh,
I've always loved porters.
hey Fragile,
Through
how's it
freezing
going?
rain and biting wind, across rivers, mountains, and endless deserts. They come to deliver something priceless. A glimpse of a life I've never known.
Assisted by
They're my
Gorilla.
window,
Those are the
my
people who
sole
made
connection to the outside world. And I know they'll be back again.
Horizon, right?
Today.
-61. Have I ever really loved someone?
I wonder if everything's gonna get copyright claimed again. Norman Reedus! Is the game a bit quiet? I can boost that.
I own $1 million worth of stock, but I still won't sleep at night. What is it that I've become?
There's Troy Baker.
-61.
Special appearance by George Miller
Water level
and
rising
Faith Atkin
high in my cold paradise.
and
Men
that
sit
guy
in circles and talk
and Del Toro.
numbers I never really liked. The way they think of life as some kind of gamble and watch the city drown. Where is it that I belong?
You know, I actually had to go back and double check. The first Death Stranding was a PS4 game. I think I've got it on my shelf behind me, but I just completely forgot. I was like, wait, was that a PS5 game?
-61. Now the wind cuts the leaves
Who plays the baby?
and the sun's out of sight.
It better be a celebrity.
See the world they build to lose at the trial, what is left and what is right. I made the
It was
worst
early in the
mistake
PS5's lifespan.
one can make, pretending and playing blind. What is it I'm trying to find?
Okay, time to head home.
Blood levels and stamina. Oh, there's my piss crystals. I can soothe Lou. I've got Liu Cam.
Well, now someone's in a good mood. Let's go home and get you fed.
I remember that being a gameplay element. You had to, like, occasionally shake the baby to calm it down. And look at him shuffle. Look at him go. Well, this is still really impressive visually. Oh. Oh, that's right. Oh, blood bag. I remember just spamming this all the time. Don't drop the baby. Yeah, even though this is an amazing looking game, I feel like Final Fantasy XVI is still, like, the best game I've ever seen so far. In terms of stylized realism with a lot of good,
Let's head home before it
like,
gets dark.
graphical effects. Oh. Massive spiders. Okay. Sure. I think I'm going the right way. Oh, right. Follow the footsteps. See, I'm expecting the gameplay to be fairly similar to the first game. Which, luckily, I have, like, all of next week. Actually, all of the next 2 weeks off work. Gate quake detected.
I feel that.
I might end up doing just some recordings of this game.
Shaking pretty bad.
Because, yeah, I'm expecting this to be a lot of the same. Slow delivery gameplay, which is fine.
Okay, you're all right.
Again, there were a lot of gameplay elements that I remember doing a lot in the start of the game, and then just sort of being like, you know what? It's not that important as time went on. I went most of the game without failing a delivery or dying until probably like 70 or 80% through. And then I was just like, this is ridiculous, and just ran through a section, throwing grenades at everything I could. Wants to go where? Okay. And down we go then. A mysterious substance becomes buoyant when assembled in bulk. Collect 1,000 to reduce my load by 1 kilogram. It does look better than Final Fantasy 16. I mean, I don't know, honestly. I think it looks great. I'm not gonna just, like, say that it doesn't. They are... But, like, yeah, we're sort of reaching an era of graphical fidelity that you can't really get much higher. So it's just gonna, like, plateau.
Great. Rain. Gotta move.
No, my stuff, it's gonna age. Oh, crap. Sorry, baby. Here's my objective. Okay. I got some free ladders, though.
We're pretty far from home.
Well. So yeah, the apocalypse was supposed to happen. We hugged our sister slash mom slash whatever and delayed it. But the apocalypse is still coming.
Almost there.
Oh god, I was not watching the cliff. Whoa. Oh, hold on.
There, we made it.
Yep, we are no longer... It's no longer a funky fetus, it's now... What would you even call it? Crazy baby? Thanks, Wood Kid. Thanks, Form and Signal Records. Although part of the fun was that, you know, Redis and Fetus sounded similar. We have fake BTs defending our home. Oh boy, we're going full DMCA. It's fine. As long as nothing gets, like, blocked worldwide. Though I might need to figure out how to record in different channels if they're gonna just keep doing this the whole game.
Not bad, little porter. Not bad at all. Okay, Lou. That was a nom-nom. Come on, open up.
Oh, I don't have a baby feeding minigame using motion controls? What are you doing, Kojima? Title designed? Aw, look at all the callbacks. I know part of just the overall mood and feeling of it is going to be using copyrighted music. So there's probably not a streamer mode.
Who's there?
Who else?
Who are you? Fragile?
Were you cooking?
What are you doing here?
I've been looking for you.
Nothing's worrying me.
How many times did Kojima's name come up before the title? As we still haven't had a title, have we? So we gotta keep count. It's at least 7.
Wow. Lou's growing up fast. You two look good. Like a happy family. Here's a gift. The finest Carol printed diapers.
Thank God. How'd you track us down?
Your neighbor got hooked up to the Carol network. Service now extends to the whole region. I let myself in with this.
I'm trying to remember how long it was before the title drop in Death Stranding 1. It must have been at least 4 hours.
You know, I'm surprised you used the front door for once.
My jumping days are behind me. Overdoing it left me with some kind of syndrome. They call it jump shock.
This game has
You,
has its own glossary.
Thank you, but no. I should get straight to the point.
I'm gonna have to break out that
Business, huh? I mean, for a moment there, I thought maybe you wanted to catch
the
up.
popcorn thumbnails, aren't I?
I
Yeah.
have a job for you. Take it, and that whole mess over how you left Bridges will be wiped from the record. You won't have to live in hiding anymore.
I still can't believe that the Monster Energy thing was a timed license.
We're talking about a Bridges asset. You'll have to work it out.
And they just replaced it with generic energy
Sam.
drink.
You brought America together. Helped it be reborn as the UCA.
Oh yeah, they're selling that ring in real life now, by the way.
afraid that Death Stranding is far from over. Humanity is still in danger. Still on the brink of extinction. Don't act like you don't see it. A lot of things changed after you went off on your own. Especially within the UCA. Bridges no longer oversees the distribution network. They withdrew once things were up and running. So your friends and co-workers all went their separate ways.
Also, it was Mama who died, probably.
Die Hard Man is not the president of the UCA anymore. In case you're wondering who's handling distribution now, A Pass 4000 has revolutionized the whole process. It utilizes the chiral network to manage and carry
You know,
out
I
deliveries.
always wondered why these robots just didn't do all the delivery.
There's no need to rely on human porters anymore.
If I could have them do the deliveries for me, it just took twice as long.
So after I closed up shop, I went and started a new group. One that handles work in regions outside the UCA. We decided to call ourselves Drawbridge. And we still require the services of human porters that can work outside the network. Preferably ones with dooms who can sense BTs. Sam, I'm asking you to go to Mexico. To extend the chiral network to the south. Just like you did when you went
Is that what we're doing? We're
west.
connecting all of the Americas? Gonna go up to Canada next?
You're asking, or is this coming from the UCA?
Both. The UCA came to Drawbridge, and now I'm coming to you. So, what do you say?
Seriously, why me?
I'm asking the question that's on his hat.
I thought of you for this job. Deadman, for one. He's currently working at a lab in southern Mexico. I don't know the details, but the research they're conducting there is important. Very important. And there are certain things he'd like to tell you in person.
That was one reason you got more.
I do. And this one's serious. There is some BT territory near that lab I mentioned. They monitor the chiralium levels, and recently, they've observed unusual activity. The cause is still unclear, but they seem to think there's a good chance a massive BT is headed their way. And if they're right, then I want you there, ready to kill it before it kills them. Don't forget, Sam. You were the first person in the world to ever take out a BT.
Alright, do I still have that BT, handcuff knife? That came in real handy at the end.
Guess that makes sense. Something's still bugging me.
What?
All this talk about extending the network into Mexico. Isn't the UCA basically expanding their territory? Taking control, claiming it for their own?
Sam,
I know I had the
It's
piss
not like
grenades.
they're not trying to take over the world. They just want to link up new areas with the chiral network. Like the internet before the Death Stranding. Public infrastructure to connect people. Which is why...
The Everything
instead of turning
Network.
to an established government agency like Bridges, the UCA contracted a private organization, like ours, who then decided to employ the services of a freelancer like yourself. So please, Sam, won't you help us out? Chiralium contamination is severe. Some areas have it worse than anything you experienced back in the UCA.
I wonder if I can just say I won't do it,
tidefall storms are growing more
and
intense
then
as well.
game ends, and we all clap for Genius,
And,
Genius Come
as
Jumbo.
you can imagine, everything in their path is subject to temporal acceleration.
Random Death Stranding 1 footage.
Rapidly, while animals and humans grow old and frail in the blink of an eye. Timefall often precedes the appearance of BTs there too. So you should do everything you can to stay out of it as much as possible. There are many other dangers, though. The rivers can flood in an instant, and earthquakes happen daily. Mexico has no shortage of beached things. Spirits of the dead washed up from the other side were stranded there just like everywhere else. Any human corpse that hasn't been properly disposed of will become a BT. And any living human that comes into contact with a BT will get dragged into the depths of the tar. Giant BTs can and will emerge from the tar as well. And if they succeed in consuming a living human being, they'll trigger a void out, destroying everything nearby in a massive explosion. Several Mexican cities were wiped off the map in this way. The survivors have since become divided and isolated. As most people cannot see BTs, they live in fear of them, and that fear has made them too terrified to venture outside.
Alright, sure. Sounds fun.
Yeah, all right.
So you'll do it?
But you gotta babysit.
What about Lou, though? It's not like I can take my kid with me. If I do this, can you hold the fort for me while I'm gone? Play babysitter?
We're inside the network. There's a child care app I can use. It'll be fine. The lab is only a few days away. I promise he'll be back before you know it. Link up the region as you head south, and come home safe. We'll be
I'm curious how it'll be. Because I remember a big part of Death Stranding 1 was playing it early on, like, same time as everyone else, before all the bridges got built, up before the roads were created. Imagine playing Death Stranding 1 the first few weeks came out versus like a month or two later. It's going to be a lot different. And even now, Death Stranding 2, people understand how Death Stranding 1 played. So it's not going to be the same experience as Death Stranding 1. There's not going to be that harsh learning curve. There's going to be more people playing this, more likely.
Like a ring?
Try sticking your thumb out, like you're giving me a like.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Access your ring terminal to view the map. From here you can check order details, as well as the cargo for delivery. Now then, let's review the mission that you'll be undertaking on behalf of Drawbridge. Your destination is a research lab in southern Mexico. When you arrive, you'll need to use the Cupid to connect it to the chiral network. Chiral communication utilizes the beach, where time barely passes. Using the Cupid in conjunction with the delivery terminal will allow us to initiate a zero-time massive data transmission. But because of the distance, it's not feasible to head straight to the lab to establish a connection. You'll need to use the way stations to extend network coverage until you're close enough to get the lab online. Your first stop is C1.
Okay.
Ciudad Nuda del Norte. Bring them a delivery and welcome them into the network. Improper corpse disposal remains a serious problem in Mexico. With every additional corpse that spawns a BT, the risk of a void out grows even higher. C1 in particular is struggling to handle this issue. But once they're online, we can give them the technology they need to address the situation. Why don't you take a look at the cargo you're carrying by opening the menu?
Okay, tutorial. Got
You
it.
can access useful information about your deliveries via your ring. To
Okay.
review the cargo currently in your possession, select... This is the cargo you'll need to deliver. Be sure to get it to its destination in one piece.
Cool.
It's an excellent idea to place the most important cargo in your backpack. We've given you some additional equipment. It can be carried in pouches or in special hooks.
A
Just like
oh,
cargo.
sorry. Maser
All these
handgun.
weapons can be used to incapacitate humans without killing them. So there is no need to worry about causing a void out. Be sure to weigh your various options as you load up.
Got it.
Return to the menu when everything looks good to go.
Yeah, I remember how this all works. Transporter boots. Ladder, blood bag.
Finally, before heading out, make sure to plot your delivery route. Return to the map.
My social strand service. Can view messages sent by people all over the world. Look back on the likes you've given and received from porters all over the world. Oh yeah, the photo mode. Me and Lou. I don't think I took any of these photos. I'm sure that if I'd played on PS5, if I would have ported over my photos, which would have been a cool like little thing, but it is what it is. Wow. There's even like a little RPG system for all the stats.
See your destination? There's a river you'll need to cross to get there. There are bandits in the area too. Armed groups that have attacked porters in the past. Think about what route you might take from your current location.
Okay, hold square to start delivering a route. Try drawing a route all the way to your destination. Well, I guess I could do like this to
When
here.
you plot a route on the map, you'll see what hazards you may run into along the way. You can face these challenges head on, or try to find a way around them. How you get to your destination is up to you, but think it over before getting underway.
Okay. And then we go here. And then work our way back and then cross the bridge. Go through what's most assuredly full of BTs.
Delivery route finalized.
Yeah, that should be fine. I mean, this mountain might need a little bit of extra navigation, but it's fine.
Latest model Cupid. just completed. We decided to put a hold on network expansion until it was ready to go. Like last time, you'll be using it to welcome people into a whole new world.
A whole new world. I'd actually forgotten what a Cupid actually was.
Won't be any
I
harder
guess
than
it's
before
dog tags.
The Cairo
Or like
network terminals are ready and waiting.
network keys.
Bridges saw to that. Emily's expedition split into two groups midway. The first continued west, while the second cut south into Mexico. But again, they were only able to lay the groundwork. Until you bring those terminals online with the Cupid, the network can't grow. Hungry?
Nah.
Yum yum.
No more baby food for you.
Let you get fragile any trouble, I'm gone.
Little angel wings on her back.
Don't you break my kid.
It's weird to think that they've probably been together for like over a year. I don't remember how long it took the first game to take place, but yeah. So as I was saying earlier, I kind of wonder how this game's gonna be. Because people have been playing for 2 days already.
Alright, let's get this done.
So I'm at least playing pretty early on, like I did for the first game. But yeah, I imagine no one's built massive roads or bridges so far. But it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, that's the way.
Oh boy. How things develop. If people develop things faster in this game than they did in the first one, because they're more familiar with the systems, or if Kojima even has those systems in this game. What do we have here? I need 1,000 grams for 1 kilogram. And they can make it too easy for you. Yeah. Welcome to the game. Welcome to the Death Stranding. Enjoy your time. Oh, What if Kojima got like a big ego? After all of the accidental predictions from the first game. And if he's actively trying to not predict anything in this one. I know he said he did rewrites. So you thought that some were a bit like too,
The skin of my teeth.
a bit too dark, or too, like, I guess maybe realistic? It's another one of those, like, radio silence games. So I need to cross the fence somewhere. I'm gonna cross through here. Oh, there's probably a way up on that bridge. Oh, hold on. I bet I can cross the bridge and then go up that way. The signs menu. Check this out. Warning. Kiki, stop it. Hey. Hey. Rock, paper, scissors. Cheery smile, wink, target. The fieldware menu. Ordinary boots, much loved by porters. High portability. I was kind of like to wear both of them at the same time.
Only gonna get harder.
Oh no, my hat. There we go. Fashion is important. I'm gonna do my best to not just, like, try to fill every single moment with me saying something. It's just gonna, like... It's gonna be difficult. Yapping is just sort of become second nature to me. Sam. There we go, Sam. Thank you.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
We're out in the wild now. Oh, crap.
Storm's coming through.
I need to cross over. I think. Well, that didn't work. Well, my issue of crossing over has been solved. It's fine. The cargo's fine. Just like how I'm sure this town is not going to be filled with BTs. Last gen security camera? What is this thing? Is it a thing I can pick up and sell? Okay. Oh, it's lost cargo. That's right. You can pick stuff up that other porters have dropped. And you get like a little bit of a bonus. How do you consume stuff? Auto arrange. Weapons, tools menu. Handguns. Look at that. It's the strand. And there is peeing. Be considerate when choosing where to relieve yourself. It's just water this time. Hey, a free ladder's a free ladder. Let's drink a little bit. How do I fill that up? They're not going to tell me how to fill it up? Guess not. Hold on, I should relieve myself before going in. It'd be courteous. Get ready. And there we go. And we left ourselves a little mushroom.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Wait, I want to see that picture I just got sent.
Terminal to process your orders and requests.
Hello? Anybody out there?
I have to hold it. Don't worry, Sam. How does it feel to be back out there, Sam? Send a like. Received 10 likes in return. Okay, I don't need the piss on me at all times.